5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Our coverage at reInvent 2023 continues, talking to a wide variety of people. Richard Davison, how are you? How's your reInvent been?
I'm super well, and it's been awesome. It's so great to see all the innovation happening and all the people all around. It's mind-blowing. All of the things happening at the same time. It's
cool. There's some big cheer going up over there, so something else is going on.
Yeah.
So what do you do at AWS?
So I work in a team called AppMod. So I'm a partner SA. So I'm focusing on driving the adoption of serverless and container services through partners.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, but I know some of the exciting stuff you do a lot of work on sort of performance and optimization with Lambda. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I always been a big fan of Lambda. So I always try to look at, going above and beyond and see to how I can improve it and how I can improve the performance. So I've been working on a really exciting project called LLRT.
Yeah.
So what LLRT is a custom runtime. It's built from the ground up for Lambda. Because if you compare that to what exists now, we basically have all of these runtimes that are, many of them have been along for quite some time, and they're all built around different promises and different constraints that we have today, right? So the kind of reality of what we have today is that we have all of these different runtimes and languages that are built for serverful environments or stateful environments, and then we put them inside a stateless and ephemeral environment. That works great, but I think we can do better. So I've been kind of working it and putting that concept upside down and start to working from the resource constraints that we have in Lambda. So I asked myself, what can I do with the smallest amount of resources available? That is 128 megabytes of memory. That also, of course, give you the least powerful CPU. Yeah. So work from that and try creating something that can execute as fast as possible. Okay. But also something for that customer already know how to use.
So how would they, if LLRT custom runtime, but is it based on a particular language, or how does it work in terms of being easy to use?
Exactly. So I'm glad you asked. So it actually is based out of JavaScript. JavaScript is actually one of the most popular programming languages. And on Lambda, we can see that the majority of Lambda function executions actually run on JavaScript. So that's a good starting point. And there are actually a lot of innovation happening in JavaScript ecosystem recently with the launch of Bun and Dino and things like that. So a lot of innovation happening there. So what I took a JavaScript engine that is extremely lightweight, and I built APIs that conform to the Node kind of implementations. And I've implemented those in Rust to have the most possible
so it's
performance.
A Node.js runtime written in Rust for type safety as well, for high performance, but API compatible with Node.
Exactly.
Wow, interesting.
Of course, it doesn't conform to the full Node API for obvious reasons. But it offers a way better performance because I can take a few shortcuts. Yeah. Firstly, I don't have to live with the legacy, and I don't have to have the backwards compatibility that Node has. Secondly, a lot of Node APIs are implemented in JavaScript, and I took this route and implemented them in Rust instead to have the optimal performance. So if you can live with the trade-off of not having the full Node.js API, but you get massive performance increase.
So what kind of applications can you build, and then what kind of applications would fit outside of that the API constraints that you have?
Yeah, so you can basically anything is possible. So as long as you conform to the APIs. Okay. So right now, the AWS SDK v3 for JavaScript is supported. Okay, so that's a lot already. That's a lot already. That pretty much satisfies a whole heap of use cases for Lambda applications, where you can pretty much do integrations and data transformation and things like that. So there's a wide variety of use cases that are already supported.
Fantastic. So if people want to learn more about LLRT, where can they go?
Yeah, so it will be announced open source. Yeah.
So we're getting a sneak preview of what's happening.
It's a sneak preview, yeah. So this is no secret, but it will be announced publicly open sourced on our GitHub. That's the AWS Labs GitHub on January the 1st this year.
Wow. Yeah. New Year's resolution, LLRT.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. Well, Richard, thanks so much for spending time on Serverless Video today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your reInvent. Recover, and sleep well afterwards.
I will. Thank you, Julian, and have a nice day.
Cheers. Thanks, Richard. Bye-bye.